All right, guys, welcome to Mixed Emotions Second Thoughts, the podcast where we dive deep into the experiences that shape us, the relationships that define us, and the lessons that stay with us. I'm JP,
And I'm Miss CCJ.
and together we're here to explore the stories, the struggles, and the triumphs that come with love, life, and everything in between.
Everything.
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 All right, let's get into it.
Whoop, whoop. Well, no, first, guys, guess what? We got our buttons. Y'all gotta listen. Ready?
Okay, wait.
Oh my
Okay, wait. I'm going to play.
Pineapples. Okay.
Pineapples.
And then wait, which one the other one I got? Hold on. Murmur.
And finally, we got.
That's just not my problem. Not my problem.
Because it's not my problem.
It's
That's
not.
a you problem. You know, it's not
Figure it out.
mine. It belongs to someone else.
Someone else, not me.
All right, so today we have a very good topic.
Yes, we do. We
talk
always
about
have great
this.
topics.
We do, and we talk about this one a lot too.
We do.
All right,
We do.
levels of safety.
Yes. We mean, go ahead. What you gonna
Because
say?
I think we just believe that there are different levels of safety that are required. And I think not only are there different levels of safety, but I also believe that there are different types of
Facts.
safety that women need versus what men need.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Different types would be emotional,
Yep.
financial, physical, of course.
Yep.
Will you save me? What else? Is there another one? Emotional, financial,
Spiritual.
spiritual. Ooh, that's a
I
good
think
one.
verbal and communication safety is a big one too.
Yeah.
It is though. How you talk to me matters.
It definitely matters. I just wonder if
Yes.
that's a safety net though, or just like a skill. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like being able to communicate. Is that
I think it's a level of safety. Like when I don't
Okay.
have to be afraid of what you're going to say to me. I don't have to be afraid of how you're going to say it. I don't have to be fearful of how it's going to make me feel, or if
Okay.
you're going to demean me every time or talk down to me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
If you're going to speak to the queen or the king, if I'm going, like I think at some point you talked about how you had to learn how to watch your mouth and you were a little too strong.
Yeah.
Like, do he have to worry about you demeaning him as a man? You
Yeah.
know, I think that's a big level. I'll say
is.
this: we actually had got invited to shameless plug. We gonna
So
plug them.
we gotta plug 'em. We gotta
We
plug 'em.
plug them. We got invited to do the Unpredictable podcast
Last week.
No,
when you
this
see
week,
this,
Monday,
it
a
will
couple
be
days ago.
When they
Well,
see
when you
this,
see it, it'll be last
week.
My
So-
bad. So for y'all last week, but we did get invited to do a
Yeah.
podcast. Check it out. It's the Unpredictable podcast
Yes.
with Dr. Hayes.
And Tate, is it? I don't think so.
Yes, we
Pratt,
just-
Dr. Pratt.
Doctor.
It's Dr. Pratt.
Girl.
Sorry, Dr. Pratt. Shout out to you. My
Yes,
bad.
because you were amazing.
Yes.
Great conversation. And we talked about, do women provide safety for men? And it was a great conversation.
It was. It was. It was fun too. It was live. Y'all, I was nervous, but it
He
was fun.
nervous, and I'm trembling. You know we're gonna sing a little bit.
You already know.
So yeah, and we
Yeah.
talked about that, and it was ironic that we had already had written this topic down to
We
talk
did.
about the different levels of safety. So,
Yeah.
what do you need?
All of it. You know, I'm still not, again, y'all, I'm a work in progress. Y'all know that. I made that very, very clear. I'm still not comfortable leaning on anybody financially. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Ooh.
you have to make me even feel safe enough to be okay with that. Like, you know what I mean? This is my mental and I'm working on it, you know. I'm the go-getter, you know what I'm saying? And for me, things have to be done with or without a mate because I'm a mom. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? I'm
absolutely,
a woman. I'm a
absolutely.
person. So my mental is just get it done. You
Yeah.
know, I'm often annoyed if you do ask somebody to do something. They don't do it fast enough. They don't do it right enough. They don't do it how you want it. So you just like, God darn it, I'm going to just do it
coulda just
myself.
did it myself.
You know what I mean? So that's my mentality. I don't like to complain to, you know what I'm saying? I'm human, so I have moments, right? But the energy I'm gonna use complaining, I'd rather use it to figure out how to fix it. Like, you know what I mean? So for me, I can't say that I'm like, oh, I need financial safety right now because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if I would be 100% open to taking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, you said you want to do what?
Yeah.
Remember how I
Just
said
happened to you. Just happened to you.
yeah.
Just happened. Like, bro, let that man get that tire.
I know. And they cussed me out so bad for that. I was like, yo, I don't know.
Like, it's not like she didn't even ask. He just offered, and he said, "Hey, meet me at the tire shop. I get your tire because her tire was flat. And, you know, he said, meet me there. I got you. And she like, it's
You don't
okay,
gotta do
I
that.
can do it. I'm like, girl, you don't let that man buy you a tire. Like,
But it's habit. It's my because expectations. Because if you tell me you're gonna do something and you don't do it, I don't even rock with you the same. Like, I look at people completely different. Don't tell me you're gonna do something and then don't do it.
I
like,
got you.
So
I agree.
yeah,
I agree.
I'm working on it.
I agree.
I'm working on
agree.
it.
But at some point, you have to let your guard down enough to allow someone to be able to show you that they can.
And I've been doing so much better. You don't think so?
Girl, the tire situation was a couple weeks ago. Like, she's talking about so much better. It wasn't like a couple months ago. This was a couple weeks ago, my girl. What we talking about?
Only because she my real friend. Well,
Since then, you been doing better? I'm going to let you have that. I'm going to let her have it. I promise I'm going to let her have that because I don't, you know. Oh, I hit the buttons. But I didn't hit it on purpose, but I'm going to let her have it because
That's just not my problem.
not my problem.
Not my problem.
but no, literally. So physical safety is definitely important to me too.
Yes.
I like big dudes. You know, I'm a big woman. You know, in my mind. Okay, so I want a man that's bigger than me. Like, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? It's just a feeling. You know what I'm saying? So all my short kings out there, no shade.
That's
you know,
right. No shade.
And I'm
No
not
shade.
no shade. And I ain't even saying it's a hard no.
She don't
but
even mean nothing by it because she don't know.
nothing. I
She don't know then.
I've had short dated shirt.
She don't know then. Tell him, Dre. Okay?
I'm trying to think, have I ever dated a short guy? Probably not. Not in my adult life. Not in my
Okay,
adult
baby,
life.
because I tried them. I'm a living witness. Glory.
I'm dead.
Oh, we're going to hell.
I'm not.
We're going to
Pineapples.
I'm sorry.
Where my
I'm sorry.
pineapples? Where's the
Pineapples.
button?
You got pineapples.
pineapples.
I know.
Pineapples.
Okay, I'm good. I'm sorry,
Okay,
guys.
so
Sorry,
physical, yes, that's my type. You know what I'm saying? I'm 250 pounds. I don't look like it, but I am. I'm heavy. Okay,
Heavy. I'm done.
So I
I'm
want
not
that.
crying this episode.
I want that. We not. Yes, we are.
We are
Stop
gonna cry
lying.
laugh.
We are.
We gonna cry laugh.
So that's the physical side of it. Emotionally, same thing. I need to just be able to just be me. You know what I'm saying? Things are not black and white for me. Never have been. They're black, white, gray, purple, orange. I'm always looking at everything from every angle, every point of view.
The reading rainbow.
The rainbow. The reading
The reading
rainbow.
rainbow. She looked at every.
That's a good one.
The reading rainbow.
But you know that about
I do,
me,
I
right?
do, I
So
do.
I think about everything from every angle, all the possible outcomes, the woulda, should. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I
And we
operate.
got to get out of that.
I'm working on it. So I need space to be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? I need space to be able to vent. My response might be 12 different responses because I done thought about it 12 different ways. So I need that security when I say emotionally. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? I think I said it. Did I say it on the last time? Like, I feel like I'm superwoman in my world. So I need someone I can take my cape off with.
Yes.
That's the level of
Yes.
security. And so what that means is I need to know that you got me. Don't just tell me. I need you to show me. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Don't tell me you're going to do something and don't do it. That is one of the
Absolutely.
biggest disappointments to me, especially if I believe it.
Yes.
It's one thing somebody say they going to do something, I'm like, you ain't doing that shit. Then whatever
Yeah,
if you don't
yeah.
do it. But if I believe it and I'm expecting it, now we got a whole nother thing of problems because one, I don't ask for anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, so don't offer and don't do. That's just a really big thing to me. So I think that's it for me on a high level overview. What about for you?
I think everything you said. I think physical, emotional and mental, same thing. Financial, communication is big for me. Like, I need to know that you're not going to just blow up on me. You're not going to be overly aggressive with me. I tell people all the time, when you start yelling at me, I shut down.
She does.
I'm done. Like, I didn't hear anything else you said after that. It's over. The tone shuts me down. I'm honest. Like, the moment you yell, I don't care if you are male or female. The moment you escalate your tone of voice with
Yeah.
me, I'm done. So I need to be safe in our communication.
Yeah.
I need to feel safe enough to know that you're going to communicate with me, that you can tell me what's going on with you, and if you need a moment, I got you. So I said this that in a lot of my relationships, there was elements of safety.
Facts.
Elements of
Facts.
safety. I've been with this man, and I tell people all the time, like, baby, one thing I know about my baby daddy, baby, he gonna flip these tables over. He don't play. Like, on that side of the world, he got me. You know what I'm saying? I've been in situations where financially, I know we're solid. You know, I've been in situations where, you know, he was gentle enough to communicate with me the way I needed to be communicated to. I kind of was writing down like some levels of safety. Psychological, physical, emotional, financial. This is gonna sound crazy. Sexual safety is important to me too. That's
amazing.
huge.
Yes.
Like I
didn't
need
even think about that.
yeah,
in the
like
safety matter.
physical
Yeah.
intimacy. Like I know, like, are you going to respect me in that way? You know what I'm saying? Are you know, like, that's important to me too.
That's big. I definitely didn't think about that.
Yeah, this is gonna be another one that I thought about was like social safety. Are you gonna hear me out? Are you gonna be okay with me maintaining my friendships, my relationships with my family, even?
See, that's good. And that's just like, I feel like I kind of tie it all to different stuff.
Yeah.
Because to me, that's security. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So, I mean, I guess safety and security is
It's the same thing.
if
Yeah,
you
it's the
look
same
at
thing.
it.
Yeah. Are
Because-
you secure enough? But are you secure
Yes.
enough with me to be able to still go out with my girls and know I'm good?
Yes.
Can
Trust me.
I trust you enough and be secure enough and feel good enough about you going out with the
your
fellas
dudes, yeah.
and knowing that I'm good, or even maintaining, because you know sometimes my family is really big and we're very close, and I have like two very beautiful sides of my family, my mom's side and my dad's side. Huge, everybody cool. And so I used to sometimes I would tend to put family first. And I have to learn how to balance, you know, my relationship with my partner and then family and then friends. But I need to be with a man who understands that these are my married friends, or these are my couple friends, and sometimes couple trips happen, and sometimes double dates happen. And, you know, like, are you going to be okay with me maintaining the relationships that I have outside of you?
Yeah.
Especially the ones that I have with males. Because my best friends, I have two male best friends. And I've been in a situation where I dated a man who was so insecure about me having those type of friends that he was like, cut them all off. And I'm like, okay. And I was so in love.
She said, okay.
I did. I was so super in love with him that I cut him all off.
Yeah.
And then we didn't work out. And then here I go back to my friends like,
Can I
hey,
come back?
Can I come home? And
friend.
you know what I'm saying? Like, and so the next time it happened, there were some relationships that I'm like, nope, he ain't going nowhere because he going to be here when you gone.
And that's what I was just about to say. I think that relationships should change or alter when our status has changed, if that makes sense, right? And same thing, I have male best friends too. Some of my closest friends are males because we kick it because I'm emotional safety for them.
Yeah.
Like, I can't kick it with my fellas about this. You listen, you have a different perspective.
Ooh.
I can vent this to you. I can never say this
That's
here.
another topic.
It is. Say less. You know what I'm saying? But they change. You know what I'm saying? One of my very best friends, like when he got married, I pulled back as a woman. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a woman. We pulling up, I'm pulling up with everybody. Hey, you know what I'm saying? She my best friend now too in my world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that they change. So not necessarily F you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, I also feel like y'all probably gonna have something smart to say. I don't care. Just for a boyfriend, it's completely different than for my husband.
Ding, 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 ding,
Ding,
ding.
what? I hit him at,
You ain't know which one to push?
I hit him at the same time. We gotta do it again. Wait.
Mama.
Yes, and that's what I was gonna say too. But when you mention like
So
being
it's different.
being
It's a big
emotional,
difference. Yeah.
it's a difference in, you know, me cutting people off because you my man versus you're my husband. At the same time, me wanting to maintain and hold on to relationships with my male friends, even though I am in a relationship or I'm married, because I'm not married, so I can't speak from that
Can't
perspective.
do
Let
it.
me be very, very clear. I respect and honor marriage, but you will not get marriage advice from me as
can't give it to
as
you.
a woman. I'm not married. I ain't never been married.
Never been. Can't do it.
But I will say, like, but what if that's what he needs? What if that's a level of safety that he
needs.
requires?
Yeah.
And so I think that's where that compromise and that give and take comes from. Like, I'll say, like I said, I've been in relationships where I've had some of those were there. Like, I dated a guy who he loved my family like I love my family. Like, I'd be talking to him like, who you talking to? I'm talking to your brother. Like, he on the phone with my cousin. Like, where you at? Oh, I'm with your cousins. Like, bro, why are you with them? Like, you're not, I'm your, like, it became too much. Like, bro, come on. Bring your
Pineapples.
Pull
Where's
up.
it? You got pineapples.
Pineapples.
Like, bruh, pull up. Like, leave them and come over here.
I'm sorry.
Like,
y'all,
they
these
were
buttons
doing
are
all type of
everything.
stuff, and I ain't had no clue what was going
Yeah.
on. But I will say this. I've never been with a person that gave me all. That was
Of that,
able,
yeah.
that could give me, that could literally check every box that
Yeah.
I needed to feel secure.
Yes. Yes, because that makes a difference, right? If I feel secure, if I feel safe, you're going to submit naturally.
Yep.
Like, it's going to come so natural. It'll be second nature. Like I said, I watched her transform in this relationship.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is, my friend is listening?
This the first
Like,
time. Like, this
I
is
was
the
like,
first
she
time.
listening. Like,
Listen,
man.
this is the first time for me where I felt like, dang, I'm 100% safe with somebody in all of those areas. And like one of the areas that we didn't mention, like in my future. Like, here's about this. Am I safe in my purpose? Am I safe in my assignment with you?
Ooh.
Can I
Ooh.
trust my assignment in your hands, or can like that you're gonna push me and you're gonna support me and you're gonna have my back? And it's like people be like, Jazz, you got it. I done been with men who said, I got you, I'm gonna support you, I'm gonna have your back. But what I have now, I feel like literally every level
Every
of
box.
safety that I
Yes.
need,
Yes.
it's there. And it's the strangest thing to me. Like, I don't have to ask, like he just does.
That's-
Like, you know, people like, you need something, let me know.
Stop
Bruh,
asking,
I don't, you over here, you see the trash gotta go out. Do I gotta say, baby, take the trash out? Baby, can you change the light bulb? Like,
you don't
no,
see
he
it?
just does it. Like, you
Yeah.
know, like I
It's
don't have to
second
ask.
nature.
It's second
Yeah.
nature.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, therapy is amazing, and I highly recommend Therapy Plus Jesus. I say it all the
Therapy
time.
plus Jesus.
Therapy
Amen.
Plus Jesus, baby, get
Bars.
you through. Bars. I
Get
don't
it.
even. You got
It's the orange
bars.
one. No,
No,
you got it.
we didn't even do bars. We said we was gonna do bars together.
Oh, bars.
Okay. Bruh, we need. I can't. But
That was perfect.
it was like right on time.
I'm sorry.
The chemistry is unmatched. I'm telling you. Pineapples. Listen, but I was talking to somebody at work today, literally about one of the things that I discovered in therapy. When I was dating, if you didn't show up when you said you were, or you didn't do what you said you were going to do, I would have like, oh my God,
It's
like
a disgust.
it would be like I would be emotionally
disappointment. Yes.
I'm talking about distraught.
Yes.
And I mean, like, you said you were gonna be here at 4:00 and you didn't even get here at 4:30. Like, you didn't talk to me. Like, because when you didn't
communicate, you didn't
when you
say
didn't
nothing.
show up, it was the end of the world for me. And it was so major. And he would be like, baby, I'm here though. It didn't, like, you know, and it's like, no, you said 4.
Yeah. Words matter.
Man, listen, I
Words
went
matter.
through therapy and it was so crazy. So when I say, a lot of what I'm saying is like, when I say I did the work, but I went through therapy and I found out that was my trauma that was showing up, and that was my childhood trauma. And that was from my father saying, like, she pinpointed, like, bro, from my father saying, I'm coming to get you, me sitting on my porch waiting. He never showing up. I have a very, very vivid memory. I never forget this memory. My father said, I'm coming to get y'all. My sister and I had these matching orange coats. We are not the same age. We are not twins, but my mama loved to dress us alike, bro. I hated it though. So we had these matching orange shearling coats, you know, shearlings or whatever. They hot and heavy.
Yes.
Bro, we sit on the porch
had a
waiting for my
fuchsia
dad
one.
to show up. He never comes. My mom like, it's getting late, it's dark, get in the house. We sit on the couch. Take your coats off. No, because when my daddy come, I'm running
wanna
out
be
this
ready.
house. Bro, he never showed up to the point where we fell asleep on the couch in our coats. And the thing I remember was waking up because I felt my body moving. And my brother was carrying me and my mom was carrying my sister to the bed. And so I can remember that so clearly. I can remember a lot of times my father just not showing up. And so what would happen is when you tell me you were coming and you didn't show up, I didn't realize I was projecting all of that hurt and that anger. And I was pulling all my childhood trauma up and I was projecting it on him.
Yeah.
And so she had to help me work through that. And that was a part of when I did my little apology tour to my exes. That was part of some of my conversations. Like, I apologize. Like, you
Can't wait to
didn't.
have that episode too. That's gonna be
Yeah,
good.
you didn't deserve that.
I never did that. I don't think I
You know what? I had to though. You know what? I had to. Listen.
I'm okay. All right. I could give out some apologies, but that's another episode. I ain't got no. I don't
had
have
to
a
do a
tour.
little tour though.
I had many exes, but we okay. Episode coming soon.
I had to do a little mini tour though because I felt like honestly, which like a lot of them were holding on to some of the things that I had done.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
What you put on
what
them.
I had put on them.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I needed to release them of that, and I needed to release myself of that. And so I can say how important it is to keep your word, but you don't like we don't know that a lot of us are living inside of our traumas and our experiences. And I very often say, you know, if you don't heal, you will find yourself bleeding on people who didn't cut you. And it's like, that's horrible to do. Like, I didn't earn this. You know, I didn't earn this. Dre, can you get that spider? I'm sorry.
Oh my
Dre,
God.
hurry.
Oh shit.
Dre, hurry.
Get it. Where the button? Oh my God.
Just pull it.
Not that one. That's the wrong one. Pineapples.
Thank you, Dre.
Oh
didn't
my
get
God,
it?
y'all. It was a big one.
I mean, I hope he edits this, but if not,
Not.
there was a huge spider, and I just wanted him to kill it.
Oh. That
It might end at like, Drake, can you get that spider? Baby, because we about to be gone.
Sorry.
Scene. It's over.
You see me? Shit.
Bomb the house.
Throw the whole house
So,
away.
no, baby, I like my house now. Just bomb it. Just bomb it. But
Sorry.
But for real, like that
We don't
was
realize it.
We
We
don't
gotta
realize
heal.
it. And so a lot of what we need to feel safe and secure, let me just say this, is what that child in you needs to feel safe and secure. What you needed then is sometimes what you need now. Like who protected you, who didn't protect you.
I'm about to get so mad. The TV show I felt like was a great depiction of that with Carrie, not Carrie Hilson, child.
Kerry Washington.
Carrie Washington, released from prison.
Baby,
home. What the hell is the show?
Yes, I know you're talking about
You know
prison.
what I'm talking about?
Unprison.
Unprison. That was the amazing depiction of exactly what she's talking about. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It was a good watch.
They didn't sponsor us, but it's still a
Nobody
good show.
did. Sorry. We need some sponsors.
Hulu,
You see
what's
this?
up?
Hey,
Carrie, what's
holla
up?
at us. But that was a great depiction of that, and that's dope. But if a lot of people don't know this, they don't realize it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And now even just sitting here listening to you, I mean, obviously everyone has some level and some form of trauma somewhere, right? But mine don't come in those forms. You know what I'm saying? They just don't. I don't know. I feel like I say this all the time because I had such a good balance. Like, you know what I'm saying? I had such a great balance. So I got the good with the bad, but they talk to me. My mom, best friend, dad, best friend. So it's like I can't really necessarily say that I have childhood trauma. You know what I'm saying? The things, my trauma comes in my adulthood. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, my protection is doing it myself. My protection is having no expectations for nobody. You can't disappoint me if I have no expectations of you. Like,
And see, I would challenge that to say, where did that come?
That's my safety. That's
it's
what I just
safety,
said.
but
That's
but
my
it comes
safety.
from somewhere. Somebody disappointed you, and you said it's never gonna happen again.
And
so from this day
that's what I
forward,
said, in my adulthood though, more
Yeah.
so I
So,
would
yeah,
say.
it may not have happened
came in
then.
my
Yep.
adulthood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Baby daddies, you know what I'm saying? But it's like you said what you said, you standing on it, and I gotta own that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say briefly, and I think that's what scarred it. Somebody saying something, you don't believe it, or being that woman, not necessarily in my situation, but thinking you can change a man, or, you know what I'm saying? You know how you say this, but I'm gonna stick around, we gonna see if I can change you. It's like a challenge for us. Dumbest shit in the world.
Yeah.
But that's what it is, you know, things like that. But when you learn to believe what the fuck they say, it hit different, right? So now I'm a listen to you. Oh, I heard what you said. Don't worry, sweetheart. You ain't got to worry about it. My eyebrow raised. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it comes in that, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I guess there were times where you could like, so like my dad was never financial. He wasn't a financial provider. My daddy was everything else though. You know what I'm saying? So my mom provided for us financially, you know. You know what's a deep thing? One time she said to us, y'all be so mad at me when I don't do something I'ma do, but when your daddy don't do
Yup.
it, that's you, he's still the star of your life.
Yup.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, well, I learned it quick. I figured it out quick. But looking at it as an adult, it was like, because we depended on you, Ma. We knew that you were coming through. We knew to where we were so conditioned with my dad, and
To not do, and he got grace to not do, whereas your mama was like, what, you didn't, like, it was a
Yeah.
hurt when she did it.
Yeah.
And may not have been fair to her.
it definitely not. So sorry. Okay, sorry, Mama.
I'm sorry, mama.
I never meant to make you. But yes, so literally though, right? But again, the backside of that is the schools knew my daddy. If my mama didn't have my face, they wouldn't know who she was. It's Mr. Johnson. My dad went on the field trips with us. My dad took us to the doctor. My daddy took me to get my first pep smear. Like, you see what I'm saying? Because
Ooh,
my mama
same.
always had to work. You get what? So it was like, although those was the little things, right? It was still a balance.
Yeah.
I mean, my daddy would catch 6 buses, 2 to get to us, 2 to the doctor, 8, because 2 to get us back home, and then 2 to be on his way, like, in a day. So it was that balance. So my mama worked, she worked. Never known her to be without a job. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like like I said, I think more of my traumas came in adulthood,
Yeah.
in relationships, and trusting people and believing things. But so another thing for me too, although that's my safety net, right? It's also safety for you too, because I don't have any expectations for you. It's like, what's the Cash Out song? I love it too. Don't introduce me to a vibe you can't maintain. You ain't gotta take me to. We starting out. I'm cool with going to Applebee's. Let's get to know each other. I don't need you spending hundreds and thousands of dollars. You know what I'm saying? 5 minutes in, I'm cool with that. But also, don't start there and then we dwindled and now this is my expectation. So it's like I let people make their own expectation or set their own expectation. I don't know how to word that, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. You let them set their own bar.
Yeah, like you set your own bar. You know what I'm saying?
But why? Why don't you have one?
Outside of the basics, respect, you know what I'm saying? The mutual respect, the, courting and all that stuff, it's basic. The natural things that you would expect when courting or getting to know someone. But it's my level of expectation. Like,
I wonder if
safety,
because
my
because
level
you
of
saw your
expectation.
mom work so hard and she always worked and she always worked and she always worked, that you and your father was able to show up and be a man and do other things, that his responsibility wasn't financial. If that's why, as your friend, you don't always require the financial from them, because I got it, I'll take care of it.
Yeah, that's very true. That's
Yeah.
what it could be that.
Yeah,
It could be that
because you
very
tend
well.
to do that. Like, oh, it's cool, I got it. It's
I'll figure it
like,
out. I'll figure
I'll
it
figure
out.
it out is your favorite
That's
line.
my thing. I'll figure
It's
it out.
okay, girl. I'm going. I figured it out. Like,
But I always do though, don't I?
but you always do,
And that's
and
my
so
thing, like, I always
and so it's
do.
almost like you are. That's your survival. I gotta survive. I'm gonna make it happen because I've been
have to.
conditioned to
Yeah.
survive and figure it out.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't want to figure it out alone anymore. Like,
Yeah.
I just really want partnership. It's funny. I don't know. Honestly, I feel like a little emotional right now.
Don't start. God damn
No, I'm
it.
not gonna cry. I probably will.
Oh.
And I'm a thug. I do not cry. You said tissue right there. But no, when I start talking about that experience with my dad, I can say, to hear you say you didn't have that type of childhood. Like, my childhood was different. And let me say this: my parents did the best that they could with what they knew,
had,
what
they
they
knew.
had, and what they knew.
What they knew.
But
Yeah.
I don't think that a lot of times parents recognize what you do, how it affects your children. I had an amazing conversation today with someone, and we talked about that a little bit. And I was saying how even telling your sons, like, boys don't cry. Well, guess what? Those boys grow up to become men that we're dating your sons, and he cannot express his emotions.
Yeah.
He can't talk, and he because I wasn't raised to express that. You know what I'm saying?
I tell my sons, okay, you can have a couple minutes. Have it.
Yeah.
It's human.
Yeah.
How you handle it
Yeah.
is how I raise my boys, Brayson has these breakdowns and he battles and, is upset about his father, and things of that nature. And he crying, but one day he getting smart and say, hey, have a seat. I understand that you are upset and it is okay to be upset. But that does not give you the right to disrespect me, to have this attitude. It's about how you handle it. If you need to take a minute, you go do that and you come back.
Yeah.
So I do allow them to express. I just feel like you can't be that, because again, I know how important that emotional side of men needs to be nurtured too.
It needs to be nurtured, needs to be developed. Like they need to be able to grow and expand. And we just have to, like, I think about my childhood experience. Like being in therapy helped me to really see a lot. Like, you can't yell at me. I watched for years. I watched physical abuse of my mom, and I am gonna cry.
Yep. Give me some tissue. I can't reach straight. I can't. Pineapple.
Yeah, for years I watched that physical abuse of my mom, and it created something different in me, which is why you can't yell at me. You can't yell at me because that's
next?
Typically how it happened. It started with the yelling. And I was saying, like, I remember, and I've apologized to him for this. When I say that I was wrong in my relationships a lot of times, like especially when I was first in them, real talk, I remember I thought I was grown. I was 19. I moved in with my boyfriend on the Raggedy West Side.
Here she go.
Y'all know I'm an East Sider girl. Y'all know I'm an East Side all day.
West Side.
But I moved on the West Side with my boyfriend, and we got into our first real argument. And we're arguing, and he balls his fist up. And he's yelling. And so I'm telling you, I cannot hear him anymore. I can only hear myself saying, he is about to hit you. And he's about to hit you. So, and he's bigger. Like, I'm sizing him up like he's bigger than you. And you can't beat him, but you better make sure that he bleeds too. I'm being honest. This is what I was going through in my head. And I balled my fist up, and as hard as I could, I drew back and I went across his face and busted him in his eye. That man grabbed me and shook me like, what is wrong with you? And my only response was, you were about to hit me. He said, what? Baby, I would that man never laid his hands on me, ever. He said, baby, I would never hit you. Why would you think that? Well,
did you tell him why?
Well, when my mom was married to her ex-husband, that's what you saw. The moment you could pinpoint he's about to swing because his fist would ball up. And the moment he would ball his fist up, he would start fighting my mom. And it could be in front of us. It could, like, I say this, like, it would be times I would come home. Imagine coming home from school and you're knocking on your mom's door to tell her like something good happened in school, and she won't open the door because while we were at school, he attacked her and she doesn't want us to see her face. Like, imagine being in Chicago, Illinois on a trip with your church, and he gets upset and he fights your mom in a hotel room. And so you and your sister go to jump on your mom to protect her, and he takes your little sister and throws her on the wall. And all you can do is hold on to your mom for dear life.
Ooh, I'm so sorry.
And, just pray, like, God, protect my mom. And I remember watching that. And I remember someone coming in, finally taking my mom out, taking us out of the room. And then I remember waking up the next morning, and when I looked over, they had brought my mom in on a stretcher, and they brought her back in, and she went to the hospital. And I remember looking over, and she was on the stretcher. Her face was messed up, and I remember just looking like, oh my God. So, like, not knowing, watching that physical abuse for a long time, what it did to me. As I got older, I became physically abusive. I became aggressive because I didn't want you to do
me first.
Yeah. And so I would always be ready. You know what I'm saying? I was on go. Like, what we doing? We fighting? Let's go. And I can say, like, that man, he tried his hardest to love me gently, and I didn't know how to do that. I had never seen it. So there was a level of safety I needed as a little girl that I didn't get. So as an adult, I became this aggressive and angry black woman, ready to nuck and buck because that's what I saw.
But it's also what you thought you needed to protect yourself.
That I needed to protect myself.
Yeah. So no, that's deep. It's like you've told me, but never in detail like this.
Baby, when I
feel
tell
like
you,
I'm about to learn a whole lot more stuff about you.
And so when I say my childhood was different, it was different. And my mom did the very best that she could. Like she did, but one thing I would have liked to have happened is, so I should have been on somebody's couch. Me and my siblings should have been on somebody's couch to process all that we had saw as kids,
Yeah.
because we became we became these aggressive women,
So sidebar, I don't mean to stop you because I want to finish this, but that just made me think we have to have an episode with our moms.
Yes.
Sorry.
I agree. Yeah, they should come and talk.
With
Yeah.
our moms, because my mama said something very. I want you to finish that
Yes.
statement. I'm going to come back to it. But she said something last week where we were just talking. About. So my mom was 15 years old when she had me. So we grew up together. Like, that's my dog. You know what I'm saying? She was learning as I was learning, but she tapped into mom immediately. It was never all the stories, everybody you meet who knew my mom from back then, like, oh my God, your mom was an amazing mom. She motherhood came to her so naturally. So this is every story that you hear. Clearly, we're great, but like, but she made this. We were talking about the podcast, and she was like, oh my God, it's so dope. I love it. I don't know how the hell we got on the conversation, but she made a statement about how she had 4 kids by the time she was 21, and how she didn't even start enjoying sex till after that.
Wow.
Like, we was like, what the? Me and my auntie both, her best friend, my auntie, was like, you never told me that. Like, she was like, yeah, it hurt it. I didn't enjoy it. Like, so why the hell would you keep doing it? But that's all I thought I needed to do. Like, I'm in a relationship. I have a man. It's something that I thought. So, anyway, that just brought me back to say we need to have a conversation here with both of them. Just about that.
I think it would be dope to talk to. Yeah. And so, but
go ahead. You should have been.
But
young.
she had some experiences. She witnessed some things when she was a child that she shouldn't have witnessed. She was you know what I'm saying? Exposure is got you. Exposure is
80%.
Yeah. What you see and what you're exposed to could be one of two things. It could be the thing that you never want to do, or the thing that you run into. And for me, I didn't want to become an abused woman, and so I'm just ready to fight. But I also didn't feel protected in a lot of those situations anyways. So my level of safety was different. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, well, you can't protect me, like, oh, I can beat you up. Like,
little bitty ass.
Like, I'm first of all, what you call me? Big mama. No, but like, my level of safety has shifted. And so I also recognize that the men I started to date shifted because I wanted to be with the man that could protect me. Because I witnessed my mother not being protected by the men in her life. So I wanted somebody who would protect me. And so who I started dating shifted. But yeah, that's a lot. And so I think a lot of what I say as far as what I need as an adult woman now, as a healed woman, as a woman who's going through therapy, and I'm going back. If my therapist is watching, I'm coming back to sessions. But, I highly say, like, sometimes you got to unpack those experiences to recognize, dang, where does this come from? A lot of our behaviors is really our trauma.
Yeah.
We're just big kids.
I like that,
and we're still trying to heal the kid in us.
No kid.
Girl, grow up. You know you ain't grown. You know you ain't grown. But,
grow up at least 5 times a day.
They be like, when she gonna grow up? I don't want to. I'm a Toys R Us kid for life.
For life.
Like, these kids ain't gonna know nothing. No, but we are, and there's still these childlike people inside of us. And if you don't heal that child, you'll grow up, you'll be an adult kid. You'll be a grown kid still throwing temper tantrums. You can't raise a man.
Yeah, literally.
He's already grown. What you gonna do?
Hey.
But you heard I put the little
segue.
cowboy
I
on
it.
it.
You did it.
I put the little
twang on it.
Yeah.
Twang.
But no, but that was, to transition back over, what I needed, what I thought I needed even then is not what I remotely needed. What I need now, it's so dope that I can be soft. I'll say this, on both sides of the spectrum. I believe that if men make her feel safe and secure, if you meet her levels of safety, then she will be soft.
She will. It's gonna come so natural.
It's who she is, innately who she is. Like, we are the nurturers. We are created and designed to be the helpmate. One of the big things we talked about when we were with Hayes was that he kept saying, do you think a man finds favor? Does a woman bring favor
to a man? Yeah.
The scripture literally says that he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing, and
I don't remember.
Obtains favor.
That part.
He obtains the favor that she brings. And so if you give her if you find your good thing and you give her safety and all of the things that she requires, she in returns will give you favor. You'll get favor because of that.
Everything
and
is going to
then
multiply.
and then the safety that you need as a man, because I think it's important that they feel safe as well. Like,
Absolutely.
I want you to be safe enough to talk to me about your day or what you're feeling,
Your
or
emotions.
your emotions, and that
Good,
you were
bad,
upset.
However, I
Yep.
want that. Yeah. Talk to me about it. Lay it on me, baby. Let's figure this out
Lay
together.
your head on my pillow.
Hey.
That's it. I want
Lay
you to
it down.
lay it down.
Sorry, y'all. Know.
I want you to lay it down, though. I
Yeah.
want you to be able to come to me with that.
And feel safe enough to know that I won't throw it up in your face
Later.
That I won't use it against you later. Because
Yeah.
women, we got that bad.
You
we
got it,
that
you got it bad.
Mhm. We do. So we have to work on that. And I can't speak for all women. Shout out to my queens who don't know nothing about that. But there are a lot of us.
Don't
who
bring it
do.
up later.
Yep.
You know, allow him to express himself.
Don't
allow
say
him to be
we,
funny.
don't be- yeah.
Allow him. Like, I love that I could be silly, funny, and myself 100% with him, and vice versa. Like,
Yeah.
you know, we'd sing to each other all day if we
Period.
could. And you know,
Jazzy.
she's very irritating, but
love
you know,
that.
it's different for me. And I'll say this, like, I don't want to sit here and keep talking about like how amazing he is, but he is who he is. But I want to say it took me a minute to get here.
To appreciate it.
It
to
took me a
notice
minute
it, to know.
I had to know what I wanted and
That
what I
part.
needed. And, you know, I had to do some work to be healed. I had to go through
Absolutely.
some therapy. I had to be able to talk to that little girl in me and say, girl, you ready to grow up? You know, and she had to. And I still get emotional about some things. I'm
As
not
you should.
perfect.
Never.
But yeah.
Work in progress.
Work in progress.
So guys, we're at our time for the day. We're gonna.
We got about 3 minutes because
Oh,
yeah.
I thought he said 2 minutes a long time ago. What he say?
Okay, so you going to talk 30 seconds of our 3 minutes
my
away?
bad. Pineapple.
Jeesh.
You got it.
Pineapples.
Well, listen, the buttons are new, guys, but we love our
gonna have
buttons.
them- next episode, we're gonna have them down pat. We gotta get some sticky
She
notes.
lying. But
I'm
yeah.
not.
Anyways, we wanted to tell y'all
You know what we didn't tell them about?
the joke of the day.
No.
What?
New York.
In New York. Just
Y'all.
know that we came back and we're still friends. Excuse me. We're still friends.
Barely.
It was touch and go. It was touch and go. Maybe I thought we was gonna come back and I thought the podcast was over. Like,
Listen, Linda.
we're done. We're done.
We had so much fun. Overall,
Had a ball in New York.
hindsight, it was fun. There was some rocky moments.
Baby, just know I ain't got nothing else but to say, but we still
Y'all,
friends.
she
We
was
are
so mad. Rightfully so. But
then she gonna want to take a picture. I said I'm mad.
I'm
I
too
can't,
mad to smile
I'm too
right
mad
now.
to smile right now. I ain't got no smiles in me. She all like, we made it. Y'all, just know this. I paid $700 to go see Othello for my birthday, and these heifers almost made me miss it. And when I tell you, I was prepared to go back to that hotel, get my own room. I wasn't talking to them no more. I was done. But by the grace of God, amen.
Y'all, I kept saying, we're going to make it. Have a little
Bro,
faith.
her optimism is irritating.
They were so mad at me.
Her
I was like, have a little faith. We're
Listen,
gonna
her
make it.
optimism is extremely irritating, especially when you on ooh.
I ain't been wrong yet, though. When?
Lies.
Tell me when.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Tell me when.
we'd like to thank y'all for coming. We argue in the line, bruh. So all I'm gonna say is, are we doing the joke of the day or not?
Yes. Which one are we doing? Go ahead. We can.
No,
have
you
it today.
doing. You doing.
Me.
Okay, yes.
Okay. Jess, we have so many.
Which one did we do the first time that Dre did not?
That he took out our first episode. I think you did the toes one.
I think I did the toes one.
You did the toes one. I don't want to do the toes one. What about I don't remember the on you one. That's too long.
Yes.
Oh.
I just watched one that was, forget it. We wanted the joke of the day today because,
to.
okay.
The eclipse.
Oh, okay. Look. So there was a father and his son. They were outside, and the son says, "Dad, can you explain to me what a solar eclipse is?" And the father said, "No, son."
Dre, you didn't get it.
He paused like,
What?
Then he laughed. No, son. All right, guys. Bars.
Gotta give them the rules, so we're gonna end it here.
We're gonna end today's episode. Thank y'all for coming. I'm sorry I cried.
Thank y'all for liking, subscribing, following.
We appreciate it.
Amazing feedback. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Please tell your aunties, cousins, grandmas, baby daddies, favorite cousin, nephew, niece.
Yes.
Tell everybody. Tell the whole world.
Everybody.
To follow and subscribe, guys.
Absolutely.
We want this to be as big as y'all want it to be. That's just real.
No, I want it to be as big as God wants it to be.
Oh, that's
Forget
even
y'all.
better.
Forget y'all. The
Bars.
Lord said he got no.
Bars.
When I say forget y'all, I mean like I know
We
that
need
some of
them.
y'all want no. I mean like some of y'all want the best for us,
No,
but
facts.
you may only see us at a certain
You
level.
cap-
Like
you give
oh,
us
they're
a
gonna
cap.
get here.
Yeah.
But God said it's endless for us.
God
So
said it's-
I
say
appreciate
that.
you guys for
Say that.
watching.
It's done.
Listen, well I'm gonna tell y'all the rules.
Mhm.
Y'all remember the rules? All right. Be
Be
good.
good.
You can't
Can't
be
be
good.
good.
Be
Be
careful.
careful.
You can't be careful. Take your tail home. All right,
Sorry,
guys.
y'all
Have a
supposed to
good
have
night.
three
Peace, love, and
Good night.
soul. It was an accident. I didn't even mean to hit it.
Bars.
Bars.